How are we going to reverse this masculinity crisis that's happened in America?
There are less fathers raising their children, and there are more mothers raising their children. So the femininity rolls off easier with a mother. A man's a man. A man provides, a man stands up, a man gets up and goes to work. All these young kids that want to have fancy cars, fancy watches, they are becoming more in touch with their feminine side because they think it is what drives their brand, it drives the views, it drives all of this. People want to know answers, they want no bullshit, and they want somebody that's going to inspire them.
A man is a man. A woman is a woman. It's very, very clear common sense.
A man sleeps with a woman. A woman sleeps with a man. It's in the Torah, it's in the Bible, it's in the Quran. So for all you people that don't identify with that, you're fucked up. Now, let me be sensitive. I'll give you a hug, and I'll also tell you you're fucked up. Guys, Mark here. We are back at Shapiro TV. This guy wandered in from the street. He's a little homeless, okay? He will tell you all about him. But one of the first podcasts I did and talked about being incarcerated was with Julian. We were just reminiscing that 2 years ago, we were at, was it maybe a year and a half ago? When's your birthday, Christian?
It was in June that we filmed it.
We did a big birthday party. Julian was there. The girl I was dating at the time then married, and then was only married for her for 24 days, gone. So life has changed a lot, okay? But we're still here, slugging it out. We're trying to create some content, and we're trying to create social awareness to all of us to grow and be better. I'm still an asshole. That's just the way I am.
Changed.
Straightforward, black and white. If you're not 5 minutes early, you're late. Okay, I'm only busting Julian's ass. So guys, say hi to Julian, big round. So Julian,
Maybe not.
welcome.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. I'm very happy to make it fashionably late. Don't you think I got a little bit, cooler looking since last time? No?
No, bro, I love you. You're
I
a
got
good.
the suits.
You're
I'm
a good.
learning
You're a
from you,
good
bro.
kid. I had to fix your tie.
Yeah.
The suit looks good. Okay. Are you working in a funeral home?
No, I'm not working.
Because you could be a mortician in that suit, bro.
I knew the black and white was gonna bring that type of energy out, but I have a couple suits, not that many. Okay, I'm just now getting into my late 20s, right?
How old are you?
I'm turning 30 in 3 months, Mark.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did I think you were like 23?
Because I'm blessed by God. I look like I'm a kid. I can hang out with the kids, and then I can hang out with my old friends like you.
I'm old.
Not too old. My grandpa's old.
How old's your grandfather?
He's like 83.
Okay.
But he can't do anything anymore. He's just...
Can't wait to be 83. When I'm 83, I'm going to want to be 63.
Yeah, I mean, you look good, bro. You got better abs than I do.
65.
There you go. All right, Mark.
You know where you get those abs, right?
Where?
In the kitchen.
Right.
It's what you eat.
What's the diet?
Heavy on protein. Complex carbs.
Okay.
So stay away from white rice, a lot of quinoa.
I eat a lot of white rice.
You got to stay away from the white rice. Beans, I eat beans. A lot of sweet potato, okay? But in the proper proportion. Fish, chicken, meat.
Okay.
And wake up, take a protein shake. Double.
First thing I do.
Double protein. So
Okay.
try to ingest like 40 grams.
Off the wake up.
Yeah, your body's not going to absorb it, but you try to eat it. The first thing you do, it's simple. I mix my protein with water.
What about the tan?
The tan is called
Peptides?
Nikki Beach.
Oh, wow. So you go to the beach a lot.
Nikki Beach. Yeah, I don't think you can get tan from peptides. There is some kind
There
of...
is M2. MT2.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. But I take peptides.
Okay.
Yeah, they're very helpful.
All right.
Yep.
Well, I want to thank you again for letting
You're
me
very
come by.
welcome. Even though I gave you a hard time.
Yeah, it's okay. It's expected. You are killing it. I'm super happy and super proud. I remember when, we just met and you just started, and man, it's been like not even 2 years yet and you're taking over the whole game. I see you everywhere, not just Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat even. I see people reposting you, so it's like, I feel cool. I'm like, hey, that's my friend right there. Like,
What do we have in Snapchat, Daniel?
People repost your videos everywhere.
People repost our shit?
I don't even use Snapchat.
We don't even use Snapchat.
No. You don't have to use Snapchat.
Really?
People repost your videos.
Have you seen the Russian reposts with me speaking like Putin?
No.
I don't know how to talk.
Oh, but they do it with AI.
They do it with AI, yeah. Then I've recently saw one with someone speaking Korean.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I did it once with Spanish. That's it, but I can't really figure out how to change the settings.
Aren't
on
you
that.
Spanish?
I am.
¿Habla español?
Mucho. Yo nací en Colombia.
Ah, perfecto.
Yeah. It helps a lot in Miami with, the women and all that.
I don't think you have problems with women.
I don't.
I think you have to stay away from problem women, but I don't
do.
think you have problems with women.
I wake up every day and I pray to God and I tell him to please get these bitches off me because I can't keep them off me, Mark. It's hard.
Nice.
It's very hard.
Is that one of the problems you and Christian have?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Imagine the distractions.
It is a big distraction.
Being a straight man and just having girls after girls after girls. Just.
We went to Colombia together.
Oh man, don't talk about that. All right, Mark. So look, first question off rip. How are we going to reverse this masculinity crisis that's happened in America? Okay, you got all these creators coming out doing these dances. You got the clavicular kid telling people to smash your bone and look at yourself in the mirror and pretty much spreading this feminine agenda. How are we going to reverse this?
Wow. I have no idea whatever you just said.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I'm glad that you don't know
All
what
right.
clavicular is.
So, I was raised that a man is a man. And one of the great things that my father would say to me is that you have to believe in yourself. And there were times when my father would tell me I wasn't a good son, I wasn't a good brother, I wasn't a good person. But my father would always sit me down and give me direction on how to go. The problem or the situation in society systemically is that there are less fathers raising their children and there are more mothers raising their children. So the femininity rolls off easier with a mother. A man's a man. A man provides. A man stands up. A man gets up and goes to work. All these young kids that want to have fancy cars, fancy watches, fancy apartments, all these young kids, they are becoming more in touch with their feminine side because they think it is what drives their brand, it drives the views, it drives all this. People want to know answers, they want no bullshit, okay? And they want somebody that's going to inspire them. So that's what we're trying to do here. I don't know if we're doing it enough. We are trying, okay? We're trying to cut through the BS in the education space.
Right.
And then it's kind of evolved to talking to people.
Yeah.
So
There has to be a lot more men like us who just don't care and have no filter and just speak the truth because that is the truth. A man is a man. A woman is a woman. It's very, very clear common sense. I don't think you could pick one day when you could wake up and say I'm a lizard. I think that's completely...
do you identify as a lizard?
I mean, a lot of people think I'm a reptilian, yes. So
Well,
I don't
that's
identify
your
as-
handle.
Right.
But I don't understand, and maybe this is going to get cut out and maybe it's not socially correct. I don't understand the them pronouns.
They.
I don't understand it. Okay.
No.
I'm not going to shit on that.
Right.
But I don't understand it. Okay? A man sleeps with a woman. A woman sleeps with a man. If you don't know it, it's in the Torah, it's in the Bible, it's in the Quran. Okay? So for all you people that don't identify with that, you're fucked up. Now, let me be sensitive. I'll give you a hug, and I'll also tell you you're fucked up.
That's the perfect way to answer that. 'Cause you got to be careful nowadays what you say. You know, cancel culture is done. It's not done. So
What's cancel culture?
it's better that you don't even know about it.
I don't need to know.
You don't need to know about it. Well, thank you for covering that topic, Mark. I agree on everything you said. I believe men need to get in the field more, maybe get a little bit more hurt, try combat sports, go play some basketball.
Well, someone was supposed to help me with my boxing. Do you remember who that person is?
It's supposed to be me?
Uh-huh.
Bro, you know how hard it is to get a hold of you, Mark? One day you're in Europe, the next day you're with this guy at a talk show. I don't even know how you guys even got together. I try, man. I try.
Okay, I'll try harder myself.
Let's go to the gym. You let me know what time's best
Be
to
there
hit you up.
Definitely be there Sunday.
Sunday?
Okay.
What time?
Training with Dom. I don't know what time yet, but probably by 10:30.
Okay, I'll be there. I'll be there if you let me know.
If you want, we can do a little boxing, then you come back, go to
Alright.
Nikki Beach to get some color.
I'd like to I'd like to start hanging out with you a lot more. I cleared up a lot of stuff in my life. The ex-girlfriend that was just taking from me. You understand how that goes. My friend group's very different now. You know, I was surrounded by people that are always doing less than me. Now I'm surrounded by people that I want to become like. So that helps a lot. And I'm almost 30. So every man suddenly decides to wake up at 30. Some decide to wait a little bit longer. I can't, I can't wait anymore. I already took, prison took 4 years from me, so it's go time, baby. It's go time. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm pumped.
What was prison like?
The prison was
Did you have sex?
with my Fifi.
Did you get pegged?
No,
Has
never.
Wes Watson, Peggy Watson?
No,
Is that what they call
thank
him?
God. Wes Watson unblocked me on Instagram. How about that?
He unblocked you or he blocked you?
Unblocked me. Like I'm
He
asking him
unblocked
to,
you?
to yeah. He
We've been
blocked
hanging.
me.
We've been hanging out.
You've been hanging out with Wes?
We've been partying. We've been
Shut
doing
the fuck
coke.
up.
We've been buying Bugattis. Okay,
He's been
we've
taking
been
a lot
hanging
of
out with
girls that I know out.
Angie. Is that his girl's name?
I have no idea.
Bro, the last time I spoke to this guy was before I ever got involved in social media, and I was driving to a meeting downtown, and I saw him out in front of the rented house on the Venetian Causeway, and I put my window down, and that's when the beef started.
Yeah.
I put my window down to tell him, no idea who I am.
Right.
Okay. I wanted to thank him because I really enjoyed his content.
Right.
Because his content actually was somewhat motivational 3.5, 4 years ago.
Right, now he just kind of fucking screams at everyone.
And he
tells
looked at
everybody
me
they're
and he
stupid.
said, bro, roll the fuck out. I don't want to motherfucking talk to you. I don't give two fucking shits. Goodbye.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, thank you.
Last time we spoke, he was like, oh, I really believe in your image and you could kill it in this game, bro. I see it. I'm thinking, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, maybe he wants to be my friend for real. And then he's like, yeah, man, just buy this course from me at $8,000 and you'll become rich. And I'm like, bro, I'll give you $1,500 with all respect, bro. I don't think that's getting screamed at by a roid head is worth $8,000. Okay? I don't think so. Maybe you could help me out a little bit with your past experience. He's been to prison, so I know he has a lot of wisdom and knowledge, but kind of just looks fucking mad and miserable all the time. So I don't really want to be like that. I'd rather buy a Mark Shapiro course.
Well, you
I
have
do
my
a
course
lot better
for,
than
you have
that.
my course for free, so.
Yeah, exactly. See? Wes, fuck you doing, buddy? All right, moving on. All right, so is being fat a choice or does it have to do with like genetics or stuff like that?
So, yes, to both.
Okay.
It can be genetics, okay?
Okay.
Somebody could have a thyroid issue, and they could have a really hard time burning fat. And some people have emotional issues where they eat from stress, they eat for comfort. There was a movie that I actually watched, I think it was called Whale.
Right.
And it was a horribly sad movie. But, and watch it if you get a chance. But inside this guy who was heavy was a really good person.
Right.
And all he wanted to do was have a relationship with his daughter. Everything about the shape that you're in, everything about the successes that you have is all based on discipline. Okay? You don't have to be more talented. You don't have to be smarter. You don't have to be anything more than disciplined and show up every day, create a routine, create a ritual, okay, and then move in the right direction little by little. Don't talk about it much. You may never not remember, but for me, I actually am a small guy. I'm 5'5", but I played college football, not Division I, Division II. I was a tailback, all-state tailback in high school, very fast. I was still the fastest guy on my college team. And yes, I was a lot bigger. I was 187 pounds, but
Oh, wow.
football taught me discipline, it taught me routine, it taught me everything. It gave me the strength to survive literally anything in my life. And it's all the lessons that I learned from each one of my coaches. And the lesson comes down to never quitting. Okay, you may quit that day, but you need to show back up the next day. You may fail that day, but you need to realize that that is just a momentary failure. You need to be able to get up and try again, okay? So you'll never lose, you'll never fail if you don't quit completely. And people are so looking for these immediate, instant gratifications in their life. You're never gonna be in great shape if you don't sustain it over a long period of time. You're never gonna become wealthy or keep your wealth if you don't learn how to maintain it. You can make money easily, you can make money quickly, but the key is to holding on to it. The key is to keeping it. So everything in life is about moderation and discipline. So I don't know if that answered your question.
Yeah, no, I did. I mean, you can wake up and choose to wake up at 8 a.m. and put a protein shake in you and go immediately to the gym, or you can wake up and choose to wake up at 1 to 2 p.m. on the couch, still having stink breath from the last night before because you're smoking weed, and maybe you make waffles with cookies for breakfast. That's why I was asking if it was a choice, or, I mean, besides the whole genetic part, I get that some people are just genetically not gifted and, you know, they have hefty, you know, genes. But for the other side of people, you know, I don't like seeing people complain. Like, people complain about their life and, you know, their position that they put themselves in. No one puts a gun to your head and says, yo, smoke a blunt 3 times a day and then order pizza and wings all day. Mm-hmm. No one's doing that. It's your choice. So that's what I meant by, you know, if it's a choice or if it's, you know. But I feel like, you know, you covered it perfectly, in the sensitive way.
Well, remember,
right? We're being.
Life's pain.
Yeah.
And if we look at pain as something that's negative, then we're looking at it completely wrong.
Right.
Okay. Pain is something that's super positive. Pain is something that's going to clarify you. Pain is something that is going to take you from one level to another level. And if you allow it to destroy you, then it shows that you were not strong enough to handle the growth from the pain. Because pain can become repurposed into purpose.
Right.
And into greatness.
Right.
And you need to look at it that way and grab onto it.
Right.
Failure is just momentary. Failure is something that will catapult you to something better.
Okay. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with the pain. I feel like every man's success comes from pain, whether if it's, you know, somebody that died, a heartbreak, you know, something made you so hurt and put you down, and eventually you just gotta, you know, pick it up and just deal with it like a man instead of just staying beta. I'm afraid for the future right now. There's a lot of beta males, a lot of men trying to find a girl to fall in love with, especially here in Miami. I see my boys just going crazy over these females, and these females are just hopscotching from guy to guy to guy. And it's like, wow, I'm peeping everything third eye vision. This girl's been with this guy and my homie, and all of my homies are like damn near about to commit suicide about these girls, hurt themselves. And it's like, once you learn that, you know, women are just a distraction, especially in Miami, I feel like that's when you actually tighten up and move on and focus on you. If you're a man and you're not rich, why are you trying to find a love of your life? Back to back to back, relationship after relationship after relationship. Next thing you know, you're 30 years old. You're not even worth 6 figures. You're trying to figure it out. It's like, wow, if I didn't waste all this time on Bethany and Becca and Rebecca's sister and whatever the case may be, I probably would have had my shit.
You were banging your girlfriend's sister? I respect that.
I mean,
a lot of respect
possible.
for that.
It's possible. There's a lot of fucked up motherfuckers out there. But at the end of the day, I feel like we got to really step it up on these podcasts and keep talking our shit. Because these kids out here, you'd be so surprised. You'd be so surprised at how fucked up these women got these men out here. You could have all your shit together, your money, life, car. A girl will take it all from you. Because why? You want to be with her and depend on a girl for your own happiness.
Mm-hmm.
That really doesn't make sense.
If you're not happy with yourself, how can you make someone else happy? So first, you need to be grounded in yourself. You need to be grounded with your relationship with God. Now, I'm not preaching, because there's people that are what's the atheist? They don't believe in a higher power. They don't believe in God. But my relationship with God has carried me in the darkest moments of my life. And He is, I know this sounds like something from a Bible sermon, but I give all of my glories and all my thanks to God, okay? And I have to remind myself of that too when I start to see moments and glimpses of success, and then I start to think, oh, I did that success, and then I have to then step back and realize I didn't do any of that success. It all came from God. And that's God grounding me. So, and it's a constant battle. We have in Judaism, we have what's called the Yetzer Hara. And the Yetzer Hara is like the evil inclination. Mm-hmm. And one of the biggest things that we could do is talk badly about another person who happens to be Jewish, or badly about a person who's not Jewish. And that's what this says on my wrist. We shouldn't speak lashon hara, which means speak ill will of others. I do it myself. I have to check myself. I have to, I'm human. I'm fallible. I could tell you I was super disappointed that I actually didn't get on the stage yesterday. And we're going to figure out how we get on the stage for the next time, next year. I'm learning how to speak better, and I'm learning how to speak in front of people in public. And, it's a process. Life is a process.
Yeah,
Life is that process of creating a diamond from a piece of coal.
Right.
You put tremendous pressure on it, you put tremendous heat on it, and then out the other end, somehow, you shit out a diamond.
There you go.
So,
Just
now metaphorically, it could mean anything.
Right.
It could mean a successful business in the law career as a lawyer, or a doctor, or a startup company that sells health aids or beauty aids, or you could open up a detail business and turn it into multiple details business, or a car shop, or tire. Anything you can think of, you can achieve if you put your mind to it.
Absolutely.
So
I think we're doing God's work. I think we're helping people with the self-development. You know, a lot of people need our help right now. There's a lot of people that are waking up at this time. They don't really have goals, ambitions, you know. What do you think? How does somebody, for all you lazy guys out there that can't get out of the same year after year after year after year, the same cycle, what advice do you give to somebody that wakes up late, eats like shit, and just the laziness in them, the laziness? What can you do to just snap out of the laziness? What's the answer to that?
I don't have the perfect answer. All I have is that if you want to make a change, you need to decide to make a change. If you want to start to work out, you need to actually not talk about it, not think about it, do it. You want to get up early? You know how you get up early? You just wake the fuck up early.
Right.
And start your day.
Right.
You want to create a routine? You write that routine down and you actually start to force yourself to do it. So from a standpoint of getting out of your own way, you're not going to be ready to get out of your own way until you come to the realization that you are the problem.
Right.
Most people don't realize that they are the problem. When I stopped worrying about making money and started chasing freedom of my own time, because time is something you can never get back, the deals fell into place. So you know what I do. Most people don't. I'm in the multifamily business. I'm in the apartment business. And to me, it's second nature. When I stopped running after the wrong deals, the right deals presented themselves to my doorstep.
Right.
So we all fight with every kind of demon.
Yep.
Procrastination, okay? Being insecure,
Right.
okay? Not being motivated, undisciplined, over and over and over again. And those are all the prisons that we live in. A prison of insecurity, a prison of overeating, a prison of overdrinking, using drugs, procrastinating, okay? And if we can realize we have these prisons, then we can figure out a way to break through the limitations. And one of the things that we are doing, and we're getting really close to getting our book published, and that book is going to talk about the internal prisons that we deal with. Mm-hmm. It's going to talk about how to do real estate, and it's going to talk about a lot of the prison experiences that I actually lived through.
Oh wow! I want to pre-order that.
Nice.
Well, you'll get in the list.
You get a free autographed copy.
Please, I need that. I might do that one day when I'm. That's a lot. Writing a book. Do you do it yourself, or you just kind of tell the story and somebody else kind of?
Writing a book is a unique experience. So I have a co-author. My co-author is this young man over here. His name is Robert G. Allen, who is probably the most famous real estate creative finance guru. Wrote a book in 1978 called Nothing Down. That book helped me to buy my first few deals back in the early 80s when I was a college student. And Robert G. Allen is co-authoring the book with me. What we did is we wrote an outline, and from the outline you write a book.
Oh, okay.
And once the outline is written, then we hired a ghostwriter who's writing the book, and then I authorize or I don't authorize what he's written. But it's all based on his interviews with me. So he's interviewed me for hours and hours and hours to get the chapters or the keys, okay, from a standpoint of the key to getting out of prison is a key, because that's how you open a cell door, and that's how you open a door to walk through. And if you look at this mentality and I said this the other day and I did a video about it, that when you look at how big a door is, and then you look at the next thing on the door is the lock, and then there's a small little key that opens the door, and it can open up something that to a building, to a house. It can open up so much. So that's why we're going to give away these keys. And hopefully these keys are going to help people to get through their difficulties, because that's really my mission. Teaching real estate, granted, I get paid for it, okay? Right. I'm not in this for free, okay? And helping other people, because the individual that helped me during my incarceration and getting me out of prison, we made a deal. And the deal was that I would make a difference in 10 people's lives going forward. Right. Because he had done that in his life. And I was one of the 10. And we've changed probably hundreds, maybe thousands of people in our community that have bought deals, that have bought homes, that are investing, that are becoming real estate entrepreneurs.
See, so, that's true impact.
Well, we didn't know we could do it. The course I teach is the course I taught in prison.
Right.
Okay. And it gave me the strength. And on the days where I thought, okay, I'm going to die in prison, I knew I could make a difference in this young man's life or that young man's life, and he would not come back to prison.
That's insane. Prison.
Fun. It's like going to summer fucking camp.
It's like a hotel with
the
boys. Man,
you get to sleep, as Andrew Tate said, you get to sleep all day, you get to eat all day. I'm not going to get up, I'm going to smoke a cigar, I'm going to have them drop me some food at my door. Tate, you're a fucking retard, bro. You're up at 5, you're not dressed, your bed has to be made, the lights are on, they're coming in, they're fucking throwing you on the floor. They're throwing cold water on you. Wake the fuck up. Now, I know you're a tough guy. I know you're a 17-time world champion, mixed martial arts, jiu-jitsu, sperm fucking count, whatever it is, Tate. But that's not what real prison is like, okay? Now, for all the guys that rat on people like you, Jordan Belfer, you get to go to a prison camp. You get to hang out. You get to have s'mores, okay? Play tennis. That's not the prison I was in, bro. So
people look at prison like a very negative thing, right? Like, oh my God, he went in prison, he's a savage. Look at him with all those tattoos. I thank God every single day for putting me in prison. Because in there, everyone went to college, right? I was 19.
People that go to prison, they're going to college when they go to prison.
Exactly.
Because that is what they call it. They're called going to prison, going to college, okay? And they're going to seek out guys like me, and they're going to try to learn as much as they can from me. And it's incumbent upon the guys that actually know something to teach, because you're paying it forward, whether you know you're going to get out of prison or whether you don't.
Yeah. If I were to compare my high school friends and how their lives went, I turned 20, I went to prison. They went to college, got their associates, got their bachelors, didn't do a single fucking thing with those degrees. I'm talking about nothing. They're still in the same hometown, at mommy's house. Granted, they probably have a car now, Hopefully you do. We're fucking 30.
Jetta?
Probably a Jetta. Or a regular class Beamer, or whatever the case may be. I, on the other hand, went to prison. My mom sent me real estate courses. My mom sent me crypto courses. I studied. I was in the books. My mind was sober, no brain fog. And we got out 2020. That was a spike of crypto. I put $140 into a coin called Shiba Inu. It went up to 100.
Shiba?
Yeah.
I got Shiba.
I bought Shiba very early. It went from $140 to $110,000. Clipped it. I could have gone probably $500,000. I didn't care. Bought 2 properties in Colombia. They're done being built next month. Time goes by quick. And, I look at myself now like, all right, well, I got out of my hometown. I got properties. I'm making a name for myself in this industry, in the social media world. And everyone's still doing the same shit. They're still working in the same health, care call center sales job or doing their thing with their mom and dad still, not really getting out of that small town mentality and taking the big risk. And prison, if I didn't go to prison, I wonder where I'd be, right?
Dead?
I'd probably be dead or really strung out on drugs because that's all I was about back then. So all the people that say, oh my God, he went to prison, he's a convicted felon, da-da-da-da. Well, look at me now, you know? I changed a lot of things about myself, and I'm super, super, super proud. And I know my parents are proud because the person that I was before prison wasn't like the coolest type of prison. I thought I was cool. The girls, the drugs, robbing, stealing, that's not all cool. We're forced to think that's cool based off rap music and hip hop because that's how they ruin the youth. You know, they rap about killing, shooting, robbing, taking perks, all this stuff, when in reality, that's the enemy's agenda. That's what they want us to believe is cool. They want the youth to be super corrupted, and they want us to basically be little puppets, right? And then you grow up and you're like, holy shit, I'm 25 now. I have nothing to my name. No girl, no car, no ring on my finger. The shit that I was popular for in school isn't fucking cool in regular human society. What am I gonna do now? You know? It's like, shit, you better fucking, you better get to work. I admire you a lot because quitting weed was by far the best decision I've ever made this year. I looked at my distractions of 2024 and 2025. Partying, women, weed. It starts with weed. Why? Because when you're high all the time, you got brain fog. You can't remember shit. Oh, what the fuck was I supposed to do today? Ah, shit. And then you get stressed and you're like, shit, fuck, I'm stressed. I gotta roll up. And then you roll up and then you're like this. Oh, let's put on Netflix and order pizza. And you have some shit to do. And now you're just backtracking and backtracking and backtracking. So for me, it started with weed. Bomb. Brain fog gone. Clear mind. What do I got to do? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Whiteboard. Bomb. Mark Shapiro on 14th. Tomorrow I got to stream. The next day I got to celebrate my mom's birthday. Buy her some nice stuff. I am very aware of what the fuck is going on. Before, man, it's so easy to get distracted in Miami being, you know, and anybody. You could be anybody and get distracted in Miami. The women are everywhere. They got all amazing bodies, pretty faces. If you're a straight man, you know, you're a dog. You're going to want to go and, you know, do what dogs do. And then what do women want to do? They don't do shit out here. They do OnlyFans and they party. So then guess what? You're catering to what the fuck they want to do. Oh, they want to go to Live on Sunday. They want to go to Space Saturday. They want to go to Kiki. And you're a regular fucking guy. You're not rich, but you're trying to keep up with it. And you're trying to fake it to make it with it so you can get the poon poon. Next thing you know, you check your bank account. I'm negative $3,000 for the weekend and I only have $3,600. You might not even have cracked the girl. And now you're sitting there like, shit, we gotta figure this out. We gotta figure this out because this is not the way. This is not the way the Miami lifestyle is. That's my next subject. The faking it to making it out here in Miami, right? There's people out here that want to portray themselves to be something they're not. They rent the cars. They post the Instagram pictures. They get the fake bust down diamonds just to impress women to sleep with them. Now, it might get you to it, but then what happens when real people like me and you figure out that they're just faking it? What happens to their authenticity?
That's a good question. I probably like you, I'm not really paying attention to that. I did watch a video. Some guy was talking about the Lamborghini hack, where like 4 friends get together and buy a Lamborghini SUV or Lamborghini, and they all use it and they all film content with it. I didn't realize that people actually went into private jets and actually took pictures and pretended that they were there using the private jet. I don't fly private very often. I do, because when we bring out our whole team to look at a property, it's a lot of money. But we fly on American Airlines or jet. I like to fly on American Airlines because been
That's
flying
what we
them a
just
lot.
flew. American's nice.
JetBlue, United. I really don't like United, but they're actually pretty good. They're on time. I don't know. I don't know how these guys make so much money. Okay, I'm not a rich guy. I have a few dollars. I do really well. One of my most important things is giving money to the charities, that are important to me and making sure my kids have. But I don't get it. I drive a regular car. I'm not out to dinner every night. My daughter made tuna fish salad. I'm going to have tuna fish salad tonight, and she's such a good kid. She made me these bowls she wants me to eat in the morning with chia seeds. Does that sound right?
Chia seeds, yeah.
Chia seeds, high in protein. She made it with almond milk. So I have something. I just came back from Fort Lauderdale. I had a lunch meeting with a friend of mine, Glenn, and he was gracious enough to pay. I don't know. We went out the other night. Dinner was $1,000. 4 of us. We went to Smith and Winsky and had a steak. Obviously, I wasn't going to let them pay. I don't know how people do that every night. I don't know how people do that 20 nights out of the month. You're going to spend 20 grand on eating out.
Sounds pretty.
You want to know my best meal? Shabbat at my rabbi's house. Homemade challah, homemade fish, homemade beef and chicken. They do make white rice with the sautéed onions, really good. Okay, and it's 50 people are there for dinner. And if I don't go to that rabbi's house, I'll go to another rabbi's house, and it's like sitting at your mother's table. Okay, there are great pockets of great people in places like this, and there are people that come here, and I know they call it the Miami effect. We lost a really incredible young man, Ben Batter. I don't know if you know Ben. He was a pretty good content creator.
He was young.
Yeah, 24-year-old kid.
And he died randomly.
Yeah, we're not sure. I don't really, not trying to figure it out.
I think I know who you're talking about.
He was in a sauna or something.
Yeah.
Okay. We all went to his funeral. He built our first sales funnel. He and his partner Sanjay helped me do my first webinars. They were the first people to reach out to us when we first started this.
Oh, wow.
It was me and Christian. We used to do it out of my condo.
Yeah.
So, amazing young man. And there's a lot of good out there. The problem is that everybody wants everything too fast, too quick, and there's no substance behind it. So, obviously I have a lot of opinions.
Right.
That's because I've been around a while.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of stuff.
But you keep it real. I like that.
Try to. They tell me I swear too much. So
That's
I'm
okay.
Trying to swear
Fuck 'em.
less.
Fuck 'em. I like the authenticity is respected a lot more. Because you keep it real. I keep it real too. My car that I just told her was a lease. It was a Tesla. It was a lease. I don't give a fuck. I don't fucking go on social media and say, I cashed out my car, cash. I'm going to get pussy regardless. I was driving around in a Kia Soul picking up females from actual rich men's houses in my Kia Soul. Do you know what a Kia Soul looks like? It's the hamster car.
I don't, but I like hamsters.
This is real life, too. I was
Bro,
trying.
here's what real life is, okay? When you walk into a room and you have pure confidence in who you are, you're going to command the room. Not what you're wearing, not what car you have, not what you have in your bank account. It's what you have on the interior bank account. And that's going to be able to take you to a level. When you walk into a room, there should be that effect.
Right.
Okay? And I'm not tall, I'm not handsome, but I could meet any woman I want and take her home. Now, that's not what I choose to do. I have in the past, but now I realized after making a terrible mistake by marrying this woman for 24 days, it was a terrible mistake. I wish her the very best. I hope she has a great life.
Right.
I had to pay her to get rid of her.
Oh.
It's not so much what the woman looks like on the outside. It's what she looks like on the inside. And I have somebody that I've been spending a little time with. I wish it was more. It's just not. It's just slow. Because she's religious, and you have to, respect her. You've got to be very respectful. And she's a super respectful, genuine, kind, incredible person.
I don't know how you do it. I threw dating out the fucking window. I do not want to be with a girl. I do not want to marry a girl. I don't want a girlfriend. I don't give a fuck about that shit, to be honest, because it's like me, you know what I just went through. I went through the stepdaddy. I was stepping up.
I know.
Condo, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom on the beach, 5,000 plus rent.
I need more. Give me more.
You're not
more.
enough. Look at my friend on Instagram. Her man bought her a Rolls Royce. I got out of prison 2 years ago. What the fuck do you want me to do? I'm doing what I can. I was still doing shit that I don't want to do for money anymore, just to make ends meet. Now I'm by myself. Now I could buy little nice suits. I could fly every weekend, every other weekend, and do podcasts with our friends. I have more freedom because I'm focused on me. I was trying to make ends meet so much by making this woman happy that just literally went on to the next streamer / rapper. That's what a lot of females bring into your life, problems, especially in Miami. All you guys are sexy. That's already understood. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Beautiful faces, beautiful bodies, beautiful everything. But what comes more? What do you have more to bring to the table? Because once you hit the baddest of the baddest of the baddest, right? What's after that? Can you cook a meal? Can you do my laundry? Can you give me a peace of mind? Can you shut the fuck up when people are talking to you and speak when spoken to, right? Our reputations are everything. A female could ruin your reputation.
They try.
They can.
They will try.
They can. When you're in a room full of professionals, it's different between how you are with your girl, your woman at home, versus when you're in a room with the people that you make money with, your whatever the case may be. And I saw a lot of the energy that was at home coming out to the real world. It's like, you can't let people know that you speak to me like that, because then they'll look at me crazy. I got all these kids around the world looking up to me, men's community, all this stuff. Red Pill Aries gets spoken to like that by his woman? That's crazy. So it's like you said, I had to pay to get her the fuck away from me. Now I'm seeing a lot. I'm focused on me. The partying's gone. The care for women is gone. If I get bored here and there, I'll make a little call, do a little date night, whatever. Mm-hmm. Not really focused on it, man. You know what I'm focused on? Retiring my mother.
Nice.
Retiring my father that's still working hard, sweating every day. My mother has lupus. She's going to need a kidney soon. I have the kidney for her. Kidneys are $300,000. You know, that's what I give a fuck about. You know, a lot of these guys make it big on content and they blow up quick. And what do? They go and buy the diamonds. They go and buy the cars. They go and buy the yachts. What about your fucking mom and dad that are still working?
Very true.
You know, family comes first. You know that.
Amen. If there's one thing that you want to close with today, is tell them about you. Tell them where they can find you. Tell them that how you're going to make their life different.
Guys, you can find me on all social media platforms, Red Pill Aries. Red Pill, because I'm the Red Pill. I am what you take to discover the truth, and I won't be nice about it. I have mentorships that I help people out, you know, unprogram your brain from the fucked up programming that we've all been put into from grade 1 to 12. And I help you really figure out what you want to do in life, what type of impact you want to make on this earth before you leave. If you want to be an NPC and just die and be forgotten forever, or if you want to die and be remembered as, wow, this guy helped 100,000 people wake the fuck up. So that's my plan. If I could help 1 million people wake up and realize what's really going on this floating rock and dirt of water, I'll be happy.
Guys, you heard it from the Red Pill. Make sure you take the Red Pill.
Not the blue one.
Because the truth is everything. Here at Shapiro TV, we're out. Let's go.